Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming here today. I'd like to introduce Kelly McGiffin, the CEO of the FirstOntario Credit Union, who is with me today and will be saying a few words after I speak. Last week, I introduced a private member's bill, the Safeguarding Our Information Act. If passed by the Ontario legislature and given royal assent, this bill would require that the consent of a consumer must be obtained prior to the disclosure of sensitive personal information in response to requests from government institutions. In today's digital age, many Ontarians embrace digital banking options such as shopping online and apps. Ontarians use their credit cards and debit cards more frequently by tapping or swiping to pay for everyday items. Our privacy laws must be updated and enhanced to safeguard Ontarians' personal information and ensure consumers are protected. The Safeguarding Our Information Act aims to update and enhance protections for consumers and prevent government institutions from obtaining personal information without consent. Having robust consumer protection laws is critical to protecting Ontarians from unacceptable breaches of consumer privacy and other infringements that can erode their confidence. I have listened to the constituents and stakeholders involved and have heard their concerns about strengthened consumer privacy protection laws. This bill has been written to address these concerns and update the Consumer Protection Act, the Consumer Reporting Act, and the Credit Union and Caisse Populaire Act. Our government was elected on a plan for the people of Ontario to make Ontario a better place to live, work, and raise a family. We also made a commitment to restore accountability and trust in Ontario's government and take a new approach, one which respects people, works hard for the people. Strengthening consumer protection legislation, as this bill prepares to do, aligns our commitment to responsible government and correcting overreach on the part of government in the daily lives of Ontarians. Gaining trust and confidence of Ontarians is critical, and as such, it is appropriate to emphasize the central importance of protecting the privacy and security of consumer financial data and personal information. The Safeguarding Our Information Act will amend statutes and update and enhance protections for consumers and prevent government institutions from obtaining personal information without consent. I encourage members of the legislature to engage in robust and thoughtful debate on this bill and for Ontarians to provide their feedback as well. I'd now like to welcome Mr. McGiffin to offer a few remarks.
Thank you to Mr. Crawford and the media for gathering this morning. My name is Kelly McGiffin. I'm CEO of FirstOntario Credit Union. Our home is the Hamilton, Niagara region, southwestern Ontario, and of course Oakville, where we represent the financial interests of the very people that Mr. Crawford represents. FirstOntario is the province's second largest credit union, managing more than $5 billion in investment, savings, business loans, and mortgages for more than 135,000 people in those areas. I have to say that when Mr. Crawford approached FirstOntario with this idea for a private member's bill, he asked if credit unions would support it. My reaction was pretty quick. My first duty as CEO of FirstOntario Credit Union is to do the right things for our members. Legislation to give members a say in who can access their personal information is doing what is right for our members. I'm happy to stand here today to support this legislation. I look forward to seeing it passed, and I thank you very much again.